So you want this just anywhere?
Yeah. All right. Cheers, brother, man.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, most people who come in here, they're like people I know, we've seen them a few times, chatted a few times, but don't really know them. And you're kind of the same case, actually. You're my bandmate, but yeah, I mean,
short term, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, what's your deal, man?
My deal. Well, it's kind of big question.
Just to put you on the spot.
My deal, music. Yeah, we're working a bit right now, saving up some money. I'm thinking about moving to London. Looking at going there for music. Been shooting a move for quite a while. I was originally, I know I was telling you all this yesterday, but
you're good.
Originally I was looking at moving to LA, obviously for whatever entertainment, whatever, that's kind of the place you go. But
I feel like London's a good scene for everything too.
I feel like, especially for like the kind of music we play and that I play with my band, it's because I was also thinking of, just because LA is so sprawled out, and then and with the Trump stuff, it's kind of hard to get in there right now. And then I was also looking at Nashville, but it just feels like for the genre, didn't quite fit. Like, I went down there and it is really cool. But yeah, it's obviously more country oriented. But yeah, so I'm thinking about moving there relatively soon. Just went down there, checked everything out, and yeah, I don't know, it has a cool vibe. Obviously, it's whatever, one of the biggest cities in the world. But yeah,
most people I met from London, though, were not into it.
Yeah,
which I feel like that's a kind of part of in any city where you're from.
True.
But
yeah, and I feel like it's easy to get disenchanted with it. When you live there, and it, depending why they live there. Like, obviously, I feel like a lot of people do move there, and it's probably a massive portion of the population that aren't born there. But yeah, I work with a guy from England, and he's not from London, but he's like, I try to avoid it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's like how we feel about Toronto or something like that. But
yeah, one thing that everyone kept saying over and over is that, like, it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, and people who've lived their whole lives, like, they've seen it. Like, it went from a fine place to live economically, it's not insane, and now it's just like $20 for a drink everywhere you go. And it's like,
it was like that when we went, and it's almost like, I don't know if it's a product of the Canadian dollar being so, not bad, but low compared to the pound. But it was pretty much everything was listed for the same prices here, but then with the conversion, it's like whatever. If it's $12 for a drink here, and then it's 12 pounds there, then it's like,
but it's
$22 or something. Yeah, I think it kind of depends where you go and stuff, but so I'm hoping anyway, you can find ways around it, but and I've been saving for a while. Yeah.
And how long do you think you're gonna be there?
The visa that I'm gonna apply for is for 2 years, um, but so I don't know if there are fees and everything for it, obviously. So I would kind of want to go for the whole time, but
Mhm.
I could even just try it out for a bit and then soak it and come back if it really doesn't work out.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. From what we were there for a week, and like that's not a huge amount of time to get to know the city, but the vibe was really cool. I really liked it there. Um, yeah. Have you ever been there? I don't remember.
No.
It's cool. Uh,
Well, it's funny that you're doing this because I did the travel trip recently, but it was all like I kept moving the whole time, right? Like
right. Yeah.
I'll be in a place for a few weeks, maybe, but keep rolling. And then, yeah, it's funny how like you're also doing a long term because it was like 9 months that I was gone. You're looking at a long term thing as well, but
Yeah.
staying in one place. And I'm not sure if that's it's like would be easier in some ways and harder in others.
Yeah. Right. Like I'll be able to, yeah, go to the same places and maybe it won't be the same people because there's so many people that live there. But um,
Yeah, you get a group of friends though. You get,
yeah, yeah. And I've been looking into like I feel like if I go there knowing you're going there for music and you meet those kinds of people, like even
Mhm.
just the people that I've met in Winnipeg, you just you meet their friends. I don't know. It's really
Yeah,
easy
yeah,
to
yeah,
if you have common interests and
yeah,
whatever. Like, yeah,
yeah. Just go to open mic, hang
yeah,
at open mics.
exactly, yeah. And
There's always a community.
I'm sure there's like if there's places to go here, then there'll be 10 times as many there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah,
So that's a big thing. You're trying to start up though. Get a proper band out there. I mean, you have
yeah,
a proper band here, but
yeah.
redo the band.
It will be, yeah, obviously starting from zero, but
Yeah,
I'm kind of excited for the doing that,
yeah.
just meeting new people and I don't know, I'm at a point in my life where like I wouldn't say that I'm stagnant, but all my friends are kind of moving on and either moving or they have jobs now and you don't see
Yeah,
people as
real
much
adult
and yeah.
jobs, and then us musicians are like, oh boy, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
And I kind of have to I got to go all in or do something else.
Yeah,
And so I just feel like it's time.
and I think it's one of those like you could go all in here, but it does make it like more of a thing for sure if you're like
Yeah,
moving, you're
right.
like new location,
Yeah.
and I think even just beyond music, like it's just like a fresh start entirely, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
And I love going to Europe and being able to have access to all that while I'm there. Like, super easy to.
Yeah, true, like weekend trips to
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
And then, yeah, I'd be able to come back here like maybe twice a year or something, or
yeah, or
yeah,
not.
but yeah, or not. Yeah.
You still gonna do Pretty Please? Like, is that gonna be your name?
I think so. And I have a bunch of stickers and stuff, so it'd be
Yeah.
nice to use those still. But I don't know. I'm open to pretty much just going and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
I'll maybe try to join a couple bands and then do my own thing, and then yeah, I
Mhm.
don't know, but yeah,
I feel like that is a really good city to do. Like, if you're gigging all the time,
yeah,
like here, even though the scene is great, like midweek, there's not a whole lot
yeah, exactly.
happening.
And that's how it was in Nashville too. Like we were out at whatever one in the morning on a Wednesday, and there's still every bar has bands playing in it,
Mhm.
and there's just a product of there being more people,
Mhm.
obviously. But yeah, I don't know what it'll hold, but I'm excited to see.
Yeah, it'll be exciting, bro.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Do you have an area that you were liking when you went there?
It's kind of it's hard to say right now. Like lots of the if I am trying to look at more affordable stuff, it's kind of on the outskirts,
Yeah.
obviously. But I'm down for anything. Um, and it's easy if I'm just going by myself. Like
Hmm.
if I were going with my girlfriend or anything, obviously the standards would be a lot higher.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Us boys can plumb it
yeah.
pretty easy.
Um, I don't know. And I've also never really lived on my own before, so it'll be kind of crazy going on the
Hmm.
other side of the world.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know.
That was one thing with like doing the traveling the whole time is I was just staying in hostels the whole time.
Yeah,
So it was dirt cheap and like I don't have anything. I'm just living out of a bag, but it like makes sense because like it's your rent basically like what you're paying for accommodation per month is going to be lower
yeah,
than if you have an apartment. Uh, but it makes sense to do that because you're all over the place.
right.
Uh, and then I feel like as soon as you have a spot, like you're settling in for a little bit, then it like there's all these things you're like, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this, and
Yeah,
most of it, like I didn't have laundry for 9 months. I would just go drop it off wherever,
yeah,
and it was annoying, but like it was fine,
mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah. Well, and you get used to it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, just again, never having lived on my own. Like I moved out with the first iteration of Pretty Please. We moved out a couple years ago, and it just didn't really end up working out. But so that's the only time I've. And then I
Well, you got
just
like a spot
yeah,
with all you guys.
we
That's
did.
cool.
Yeah, we moved into like Crescentwood. Um, yeah, and it was lots of fun, but it was kind of teetering the whole time with like, okay, well, if we don't really finish writing some stuff and actually moving forward, then I'm gonna go be an electrician. And then,
Right, right,
so,
right.
um, which obviously, I respect that, but I feel like I won't be able to truly move forward until I like put everything into it. And then whatever. If the 2 years don't work out, or if it's a year and I have to come back, then that's whatever. But I really tried, and then I can move on. Whereas, right now, if I'm half doing it, not really satisfied, then
Yeah,
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 I'll regret it later.
yeah.
So
And I think even if it ends up like you just end up coming back in a year or two, and nothing explosive happens with the band, it's still gonna be a fucking good time.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's gonna be like a
and that's why I'm so ready to do
major
it.
life
Yeah,
experience. Yeah.
yeah. I feel like it'll be the whatever, not the trip, but the experience of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and then I'll be able to have that forever.
Yeah.
Even just trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about your girlfriend? Are you gonna be keeping in touch? What's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's kind of. I've been started going out with her about 3 years ago, and then it's kind of been on and off, but we've been like solid together for a year, and I wouldn't say she's like cool with it, but she wants me to do what I need to do, kind
That's
of.
cool.
And then I think it's just all up in the air right now. We'll figure it out as we go.
Hmm.
And she wouldn't be able to just go with me, but it's almost like in a year, if I'm doing well out there, then maybe she could, because she works from home. So,
Mm.
but we'll see. I don't know. Again, I'm kind of open to anything. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, and we have a good relationship, so it's everybody trusts each other, and yeah, I don't know.
That's good.
Not that I'm worried about whatever saying anything, but I'm trying to say everything in a way that if she were to watch
Yeah.
this,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll never see her ever again.
Yeah. Oh, her? I already forgot
Yeah.
about her.
Oh yeah, girlfriend.
What's your band? Cause I haven't even seen you guys.
Yeah, you guys
What's
should. We're playing on October 11th,
okay?
whatever the Saturday is. You guys should come out. That'd be sick. Um. Well, yeah, I don't even know. I was even thinking about because Zach Riley, he drums for me, and
Oh, I don't know if I knew that. That's sweet.
he, yeah, and then so I guess the
He
only
was just on.
oh yeah,
It's not out yet, but yeah, yeah.
sick, yeah. I don't know, yeah. So I guess he didn't mention that,
Well, I knew
but
he might have even mentioned one of your gigs, but
yeah,
didn't drop the name.
yeah,
We were talking about him drumming and stuff.
yeah, or even like because he's obviously he plays with River Dogs,
Yeah.
and then his solo stuff, but he I can't remember. One show we did, he played with us, and then I think it was he played River Dogs right before us, and then with us. And I can't remember if we played with him or he did his solo stuff, but yeah, I don't know. He's always just down to play the whole night or whatever. But so that's what he was saying. He in the group chat, he asked Alec if it's like, would you and Banana Crisis we could like do that show and then you just play the whole night? And then he was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do that, but Zach's down for that. But and then I guess I would have to play the whole night too.
Right.
So the last couple shows we've done, we just did two bands where we just play longer each, and then it's kind of like I don't know if I'm getting up there, I like want to play for longer, but
I mean, I like that. If that's like at the tap house, I could see that
yeah,
being. I mean, yeah, you make more money,
yeah,
and hour I find goes by pretty fast on stage. Like,
yeah, it does, yeah. Um, I just feel like if we're doing three, like the only argument I guess is just maybe fewer people come, but I found that most of the time, like not that nobody comes, but it's a decent amount of people show up for us and maybe one other band, and then like the band that'll play last, there's like nobody there.
yeah, that's usually the case. I find. It's
Yeah.
like,
So I feel like it doesn't even really change anything.
yeah.
But and then when I've played with you guys, like you guys have tons of people that come, and
Yeah.
then anyway, I don't know, something that we could talk about maybe,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know if Alec would want to do that. But although I think so for this show, we played like 3 or 4 shows now with this like iteration of people, and so I've played bass and sang, and then Alec has been like, oh, I got Alec and Nick have been playing guitar, but I actually normally do play guitar. I started playing bass, but then I moved over to like I've been playing guitar mainly for
Mhm.
a while. But so this show, Alec is gonna play bass, I think. But I haven't played guitar on stage in quite a while.
Mhm.
But I find that I don't know if you find this, but I find depending on the song, but I feel like it's almost easier to play guitar and sing at the same time.
Then bass.
Like it depends on the song,
I think for
but
sure. I was gonna
yeah,
ask that. I feel like bass is harder.
yeah,
Bass is like needs to be super locked in, or
hmm
guitar can float a little bit more.
and especially if we're doing covers, the bass line will kind of stay more what it is originally, and then lots of the time it's super syncopated or something, and it's hard
Oh
to.
yeah, and bass will have like almost like a counter melody
Yeah,
oftentimes, and that's like even I have trouble even just singing if someone's harmonizing like on wasting
yeah,
away like or I'm just struggling
yeah.
like it's such a simple line and I'm but as soon as and you were doing good actually last night with the harmonies.
Yeah.
I'm like this is
I was
he's
thinking the
doing the
same
right
thing
line,
though.
and then but I hear it and I'm like I can't like it's
Yeah,
like I
it's
need to
almost
like
like it
focus
snaps
on my
into
own.
the other. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to. I was I was almost thinking the same thing that you were thinking though. I was like, oh, I'm not. I'm just doing the lead line. I wasn't sure whether I was doing it properly.
Yeah.
um but yeah, I also feel like with guitar you can I mean, this only really applies if you have two guitar players in the band, but I kind of always just like take the easier stuff and then
Oh yeah.
the lead will just do
Yeah.
whatever I can't do.
And you can just like sometimes just drop out for a verse and
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, right.
more laid back.
Yeah. But like we used to do a lot of stroke stuff, and then so I would kind of just take the
Mm-hmm.
and then uh Nick or whoever else we had playing guitar would do whatever else. But that's actually how I started playing with Zach. Was originally I had two friends that I've known forever. We decided to try it, and I've been playing for like maybe like 11 or 12 years now, I think. But we started like 3 years ago, and they had never played an instrument before.
Whoa.
We were just very close friends, and I wanted to do that, and I was like, we could just start a band. It's not
Yeah.
really that hard. And then it was hard at the
Yeah.
beginning,
Yeah.
but and then at that point we all lived together too, so we figured it all out. But I had a drummer and bass player, and then I was doing rhythm and vocals, and then we were trying to get a guitar player for a long time and couldn't really find anybody. And then I had met Zach like a year before that, where I don't remember if I answered like a Kijiji ad or something. I think that's what it was,
Oh
but
really?
he was with some other guys that he doesn't play with now, and they needed a singer. So I answered that, and I met him through there. And then just like a year later, I knew that he did his solo stuff, and I said, hey, would you like want to play guitar? I don't know. And he was like, I mean, I'm not the best guitar player, but I could try. And then that's how I ended up playing with him. But yeah, we were kind of back and forth with a bunch of different guitar players, and then my core group kind of they moved on to other things, and then don't remember why I started talking about that, but
We got into
I think
Zach.
the
We got into
Zach,
guitar
yeah,
bass.
yeah. In any case, yeah,
Mhm.
that's the fluctuation of the
Yeah.
band
Yeah.
as it's gone. But
Hey guys, quick interruption just to say thank you so much for listening to the pod. If you want to support the show, the best way to do so is by liking, subscribing, follow, 5 stars, yada yada, whatever's available on your platform. And give us a follow on Instagram too at inthezone.pod. I love this show. I love doing it, and I want to make it as big as possible. That only happens with your support. So thank you so much. Back to the show.
I don't know if you ever met Dan Winters.
No.
He's kind of not like not like dad rock, but like
Uncle Rock.
yeah, kind of. But he plays in the city too, and so he played guitar for us for a while. I met him at JC's one time. Um, yeah, it's crazy to even just think through. Not even trying to meet people. How many like I met him one time because he was at JC's house, and then he ended up playing guitar for us for a couple
Yeah.
months, and then Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, we met Shelby at Folk Fest, friend of a friend, and then it's like we were jamming and stuff. He didn't. Our first jam, we didn't have the cajon. He was just like out of sight, and so he hit the fucking cooler. And we were jamming like, oh, this guy's nice on the cooler. And then jammed like it was just like that one time, and then jammed again with him the year following at Folk Fest. This time he has a real cajon. And then
That's funny.
it wasn't even that, like, because I didn't realize he was like a drummer. I just thought he was nice on the box.
Yeah.
And then he like started seeing a mutual friend of ours, and then we were at like a birthday party, and Alec was the one to be like, "You look like a musician," and he's like, "I'm a drummer." I'm like, "Wait," he's like, "A drummer, like a capital D drummer." And then like he hadn't actually played kit in like 6 years. Then
Oh, damn,
he
really?
came down here, and oh yeah, I already had the kit down here because I was drumming for another band. So it took him like a minute, 2 minutes to like settle it, and then he starts killing it. And we're like, yeah, dude, this is the guy.
Damn.
Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah, I think he went like, yeah, he would just like he would do the cajon and stuff at Folk Fest, but he had stopped drumming.
Hmm.
One of the things where like once you're not drumming all the time, you're just like, get this kit out of my house.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
once it's
true.
out, you're not drumming anymore.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of take for granted how easy it is to just have a guitar and then,
Yeah.
especially obviously an acoustic where you don't need anything. But I can't imagine lugging all that stuff around, and like, I try to minimize everything as much as possible. Like, I don't even use my amp anymore. I just have Sims, and then
Yeah.
I don't know if that sounds like weird, but like, I love playing music, but I just try to do everything the easiest way
Yeah,
possible.
no, I feel that.
And I don't even care if like, I don't really use a lot of effects either. Like, I'll use whatever distortion, but I just don't most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the kind of stuff we play. Like, I kind of just try to do it in a certain way where, like, it's when they say whatever your limitations, kind of makes things
Yeah.
easier to be creative or whatever.
Yeah. Especially on bass, I feel like you don't need to have all these wacky effects.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
can
yeah.
Just lock in.
Yeah, I haven't even. I guess just that's when I started. I don't think I played bass. Yeah, I didn't play bass with a band until just nobody wanted to do it. So I'm cool doing anything.
That's
as
why.
long
That's
as,
why I
yeah,
started drumming. It was
yeah,
Alec and I were in that band. We were looking for a drum and bass, and then we couldn't find anyone. And they were like, "Well, I can kind of drum, you can kind of play bass. Let's join this other band."
yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the thing, I guess, with like, if you play guitar, you could very easily learn how to play bass if you had to. But then if nobody plays drums, you're like, I don't.
Yeah,
There's.
yeah.
So it is nice, kind of. It's. I don't play drums, but it's nice playing bass when. I mean, that's what happened with you guys. Just Alec was like, "We need somebody,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Sure, I don't know, whatever."
Yeah.
And I just love playing, so I'll play anything.
Thinking of lugging the kit around reminded me. I was talking to Tyler Martin's few drummers, but he was there for Urban Miller at Rainbow Trout, and we were partying, we were dancing and stuff at the shows. It was like 1 in the morning. He's like, "Yeah, I gotta play in 11 hours." He's like, "That will be good." And then Jane and I were talking about staying up till sunrise. Tyler's like, "That's a little late, but like maybe." Like he's like, "I've done it before." He's like, "My only thing is I need to go to my car still and get my gear." and the car is like way the fuck like it's like a half hour there and back, and I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be tragic. He's like, it's one load though. I'm like, well, that is good, but
How?
I think he already brought a load in,
Oh,
part
okay,
of it.
yeah.
But yeah, having to carry an entire, like, it's enough at the tap house, just,
Yeah.
or any bar, just like carrying in your stands, like
Yeah.
having the whole thing. Nasty.
Glad I never started drumming.
Yeah.
Although it's awesome. Like I feel like it's like the coolest instrument though. But
It's up there. It's yeah, it probably is the coolest.
I just feel like whenever I see bands and even like whatever my friends that'll come out that don't play, that's always the one where they're like, that guy's a really good drummer, and then I'm like, yeah, but that guy's like ripping on guitar. I don't know.
Right.
It's weird to me how people don't like unless you play. It feels like all the things I notice, like you just don't even think about, like
Yeah. Even me, like, cause I play drums, not really anymore, but like I have played drums. Uh, I like most of the time won't really pay attention to the drummer.
yeah,
Like sometimes like at all. Like, I'll
yeah,
watch a whole show and like, oh yeah, there's a drummer there. Like nice. But I feel like that's also how you know you're doing your job,
yeah,
right?
right,
Like
yeah,
you're just kind of supposed to disappear
yeah.
and just you're just back there.
Yeah, well, it's even like Shelby said when I watched when he was talking to you. Yeah, you just got to keep everything together,
Hmm.
and it's not about doing flashy stuff. It's just yeah, like you said, if you don't notice it, then
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And yeah, I'll find with like amateur bands, if I'm if I am noticing the drummer, it's usually not good. Yeah,
yeah,
it's usually like,
yeah,
or like if I'm when I was like teaching bands, uh, if the drummer's doing their thing, like I'm not even looking, like they're doing it, they're good, and then I'm focusing on everyone else and make sure everyone's playing the right notes and right chords and everything, and then head snaps back to the drummer as soon as they hit something. Like, oh no, not that, not yeah.
yeah. How long you been doing that? What is that even like?
That was at School of Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not doing it anymore, but that was like, until I left for my trip. I did like a year and a bit teaching there.
Oh
It
cool.
was good.
I didn't even know like how does that work? There's just like certain age bracket and then
Yeah, there's basically two. There's like the young kid. I guess there's three. There's like the young kids, and there's the young kids, and then there's like 8-ish and up, like 8 to 18. But maybe if you're like 8 or 9, they'll like hang you back
yeah.
for to the young kids depending on what your skill level's at.
Like there'd be a band with an 18-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Yeah, literally. But it's not like it would be like a group of like 10 to 15.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or I guess more like 8 to 12 ish range, and then yeah, so like they're not on every song, and you kind
Oh,
of just switch back.
okay, yeah. I guess yeah. If you have more people too, it'd be certain people carrying the
Yeah,
weight, and then
yeah,
yeah,
and it was always a puzzle figuring out like casting for every song. So we're just like this person's gonna struggle to pull this off, but like they need to be on something. It's
yeah,
like we'll put them here. So you're just and then you're trying to balance because like, you don't want like one song to be like the all star team and one song to be all the rookies.
yeah,
You know, it's like you gotta have the mix.
yeah,
But generally there'd be like a couple songs where we're like, no, fuck that. We're making this one good. Like make sure everyone's good on this one.
Well, it's funny, even just like as I play more and more, and just growing up, even like when I first started playing guitar, the dream is to like whatever, like rip guitar solos, and then now I
Hmm.
don't even think about that. Like I just want to have a well
Oh yeah.
put together song.
And that
Like,
was really funny about teaching the kids too, because that's all they care about. It's
yeah,
so funny, and I'm like, I don't, I can't do any of that because I don't really care to. I'm like they
yeah,
all want to do the metal shredding shit, and I'm just
yeah.
like,
I mean, I guess that's also if you're only a guitar player, then. But yeah, if I'm singing and playing guitar, I do not care what I'm playing.
yeah.
It's kind of almost just I would rather have four people in the band than five people, so I'll just also play guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. And would you rather? So I guess you would just rather, uh, like, cause I like the idea of this being just the singer and no
Yeah,
guitar.
yeah,
I feel like you can have a little bit more swag. You can like
hmm,
interact with the crowd more, put on a little bit of more of a show.
yeah,
But if you're playing guitar at the same time, it also like allows you to not be interacting as or like buys you like because
yeah,
if there's like a solo going off and you don't have a guitar in your hand, you're kind of standing there
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Well, yeah, you have nothing to hide behind,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
like, cause I don't know if I would like picturing it in my head. It would be easier to only sing, but yeah, it would be
yeah.
awkward.
I feel like more of a professional. I think if you have the guitar.
Yeah. And you're like part of the song more too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I almost feel
Oh,
like
that's a really good point. Yeah, like I feel you almost like get into it more because you're
yeah,
like
especially depending on the song, but I mean, I feel like what people think about when they're thinking of the song is the vocals, but sometimes it's almost like if I was just the singer, I'd feel like the triangle player kind of like you're not even in the
yeah. The song is gonna go on whether you're there or not.
yeah. And
Yeah,
it's just the words on top,
yeah,
but it's funny how it is the most important part of the song, but also not at all.
yeah.
Like,
And it's what everyone pays attention to,
yeah,
uh, which is really funny because like everyone dances to the bass and drums. Like bass
yeah,
and drums is what's actually gonna move you. But then people don't give a fuck about the bass and drums. They're
yeah,
like the pretty boys singing, the pretty girls
yeah.
singing. I want that.
Well, it's like they say if there's you don't notice the bass in the song until it's not there, but
Yeah.
and it's weird even like when I'm trying to listen to more and more music and then trying to actively listen to all the different elements and it's like hard to notice stuff unless it's not there and you're like this isn't even a song and then
Mhm.
yeah
What's your writing process like? Like, where do you start? What instrument?
it's I wouldn't say complicated but um I find it hard to write stuff that I'm satisfied with um but I feel like it's almost when I do get something I like it's almost fully formed like I'll hear something in a song or be able to picture it all together. But I have a hard time starting with whatever. Like, I find it almost impossible to have some words and then start from the words.
Mm. So you
Um,
think you have like an idea that the like the idea will come to you as like kind of like a complete little thing,
yeah.
and then you expand on it.
And it's almost more like sections of a song, I feel like,
Right.
rather than having, like, oh, I wrote this entire complete poem and I'm going to turn that into a song. It's almost like oh, that
I feel like
would
that
be,
never works.
yeah.
It might work if you have like you have all these lyrics and then you write some music later unrelated and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this
And it
actually
fits, yeah.
happens to fit, but yeah.
I f- Yeah, I wish I could do that because then you could just write all day. I can write whatever
Hmm.
words and then, but I feel like the words, if you're starting from the words, they have to be really good, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, Although I don't know, because I've also seen clips of whatever Elton John. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he'll just take a book and then start
Yeah.
singing the words, and it sounds
Yeah.
amazing. um,
Actually, that's a
so
fun exercise. I should try
yeah,
that. Just going from a little literal book. Ooh, that was Surge of System of a Down.
yeah, from Chop
Was it?
Suey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's is that from the Bible? I think it's from the Bible
Maybe
or
it was. It was
something.
biblical for
Yeah,
sure. I
yeah,
forgot what the line was.
or it's from
Remember
whatever.
what the word was?
Uh, I got
But I think that was a Rick Rubin,
yeah, yeah. I've seen
uh,
him talking about
yeah,
that. Yeah.
a stroke of genius where they're like struggling to come up with words, and he's like, "Go look at go look at a book on that shelf."
It was
And
like the
the
first
first
thing
word
he
that,
picked
yeah,
up. Yeah, and he's like, whatever. That's just what I'm not. I struggle with perfectionism, as I'm sure everybody does to some degree, but it's to the point where I have lots of trouble finishing stuff.
yeah.
Um, where is it? Oh, come on. I'm trying to like talk as I look for it. It's good though,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, what was it? Fuck.
This is it. Father, in your hands I commend my spirit. Father, in your hands, why have you forsaken me? In your
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which I guess yeah, they just had whatever the melody for that part, and then he's like, yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
this is good.
yeah,
I just wish I would be able to do that. Like that's fine, do it,
yeah.
cut, print, and then move on to the next thing. But
I am getting better at that. I think it's like at a certain point, it's just like you just say, okay, this is good enough. This is like it might not be the larger than life thing I had envisioned because it's always impossible to like
yeah,
you have this idea of like greatness and it's like but to make it tangible, especially in
yeah,
words which are very limited, is like basically impossible.
and I guess it just comes down to the point of like, why am I making this? Like, I don't know if it's like I don't know. I struggle with that. Like expression or just I like playing music in front of people and that's expression or like I don't even really know what people say when they or what they mean when they say self-expression. Like what does that mean? Like
um,
showing off in front of people or
I guess it's it's like you feel music in your soul, and then you like when you perform, it's like you're taking that feeling and like
yeah, like
manifesting it.
I just don't even know like I don't feel like I do feel music in my soul.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Like
You do drugs?
not really, no.
You got to get
And
on drugs.
that's
No, I'm
honestly
just
that's
kidding.
probably a lot to
But
do with how I feel is that I have a very sober mathematical way of looking at stuff and
interesting.
it's like this does not
And
equal
especially with perfectionism, I feel like
yeah.
that makes sense because you're like trying to like solve the puzzle, and if it doesn't fit exactly right,
Yeah.
it's just like not it. You're less. It's less vibes.
And it never will be what I'm picturing.
Yeah.
It's just hard to come to terms with that because it's like
Yeah.
I can see it, so why can't I
Yeah.
no matter how I put stuff, I can't make it sound how it is in my head. Um, or even like it's more abstract than
Yeah,
that
yeah,
though.
yeah.
Like I want to do this kind of music, but I don't know how to make that. And anything that I make that I've seen people say this is how you make that, it doesn't sound like that. Or it's like, yeah, I've heard this 1,000 times. I don't want to make
Right,
that.
right, right, right.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It's and I've seen people even talk about. There was one guy I saw. He said like, you just have to like, 80% is 100%. Like as
Right.
long as you just
Yeah.
make something and whatever, like it's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to keep doing it. But
Yeah.
it's hard when you get stuck on the first one and you want that to be perfect. But
Yeah, I think it's just like getting your reps in. Like the
yeah,
more you finish, the better you're gonna get at it, and
yeah,
then
exactly.
just keep rolling.
It's just, yeah, like why do I want to do this? Because I want people to think this is the best thing ever, or because I like playing music and it doesn't really matter. But I think it's just the way my mind works. Like I just like, even I feel like, was Shelby talking about this where he like set up the stage how it would be and would practice
Oh
that
yeah.
way. Like for our first show a couple years ago, we played at the Belgian club on, where is that? I don't know, but it was just whatever. It's like a legion, and it was, they didn't have anything, and so we just had to set everything up ourselves. But they also had a really strange stage, so I actually am glad that I did this. But I measured everything and was like, "Hey, we have to go exactly in these positions," and so it's been slowly as we play more and more, I'm trying to just let go of control of certain things.
Mm.
And like even I was trying to, originally when I started singing, I had my voice plugged in through my board and I would control different things on it. And then it's been hard for me to just, the sound guy has it, and
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's because most of the time I feel like they don't have it. And
That's
yeah,
very true. That's very true.
like Brett is awesome,
I was
but
about to say Brett is
yeah,
the goat. Brett is absolutely the
yeah.
goat.
And he does what, like, I mean, I don't know. Not that I've ever actually really had anybody that's been terrible, but it's just hard to relinquish control
I've had
when.
some pretty bad ones. There was one. It was at the Royal Albert, which already not a great start. Just being at that
Yeah.
venue in general, but they're doing the sound check with the band before us, and it was just feedbacking like mad. And then he's like tinkering, and he got it down a little bit, but it's still like pretty bad feedback like throughout the whole song. And they finish the song, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's close enough." I'm like, that is not close enough. Also, just something you never want to hear said
Yeah,
from
it's
a
good.
supposed professional. Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't even know. Like, I feel like such an asshole when I'm like,
Asking for stuff.
yeah, I
Yeah,
still
me
can't
too.
hear it, even though I know nobody that's watching this even notices anything that's going wrong. But
Yeah.
like, I can't hear it, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be, then I'm in my head that I'm not singing in tune because I can't hear.
Yeah.
And it's hard with like if I was just a guitar player, I feel like I wouldn't even care. Like, it's kind of fixed to a certain point, but if you're singing,
Yeah, it
like,
is very true.
I could be completely off and have no idea.
Yeah.
And I've always said this too, where like guitar is more of like a tool, but when I'm singing, it's almost like I'm showing people my soul. And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm terrible, I'm like, that was great,
Yo,
wasn't it?
yeah, that's not my actual soul. I promise.
Yeah.
I promise my soul sounds better than that
Or
usually.
like, and not even, that's almost where I feel like the perfectionism comes from, is I don't want to put something into the world and be like, this is the best thing ever, and not know that it's just terrible.
Mm.
And everybody's like, yeah, it's great,
Yeah.
and doesn't want to say anything. Like, I don't know. But again, that goes back to why am I doing it? Because I love singing or because I want people to think I'm a great singer.
Yeah.
But
I still haven't really struck on that myself. I think the main thing that I really love doing is performing and like really connecting with people. And I think it is beyond just like, oh, they think I'm talented and whatever. They're like impressed.
yeah,
It's beyond that. It's like I was able to give them this like experience of like,
yeah.
you know, touch them in some way, not sexually, but through the vibrations.
Or even, yeah, just being able to like connect with other musicians like genuinely and them respect you, but not like because I want respect, but just like we're the same, we're all doing the same
Yeah.
thing, and not like, yeah, that sounded great, man. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. And I guess I'll always feel that way, but I don't know. So yeah, maybe that's where the drugs and alcohol come in, where you just don't give a shit. But uh,
Well, I think the drugs. I was thinking like psychedelics and stuff like
right,
that.
yeah,
That like it does kind of unlock a certain thing. Like if you try playing while
yeah,
high like that, it like the music just feels different and like you'll play a song a certain way every single time you play it because you're trying to get it like just right, like the performance. And then as soon as I'm on shrooms, I'll just try playing again, and I sing it different, I play it different, and
yeah.
it's like better, like it feels better somehow.
It's just crazy to me how much, like, the more you care about it, the worse it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
even like obsessing about not forgetting the words, and then if you're just, I find anyway, if I don't think about it, they just come,
yeah, yeah,
and
100%.
if they don't, whatever, you didn't remember, but it's not because, oh, I didn't learn the song properly. It's just it.
Yeah.
Like um I saw Snow Patrol a couple months ago, and there were like three different times where he was just like, I completely forget what the words are here.
Hmm.
And it was almost just like really funny, like
Yeah,
especially because obviously he wrote those songs.
yeah.
um
If the artist plays it off well, it's like a cool moment. Cause it's also like, especially if it doesn't usually happen, it's like kind of like a cool
yeah,
I saw Half Moon Run. They did this one song, Devil May Care, where they did the three of them through like one mic. Like they all came to the front and they just did this like
right.
acoustic song through one mic. And then he just like fumbles the verse and he's like, ah, and then they completely just stop the song. He's like, what was it? And then the guy tells him, he's like, oh, yeah, we'll go from this part. And it was so funny that it was like in the middle of this like so beautiful song and everyone's just so locked in that it just all comes crumbling down. It's like, ah, fuck. But I don't know, it was like a funny little moment. Then you
Yeah,
pick back up, and then it's no one gives a fuck.
well, as long as it's like they're like, you can remain in control of the song, I guess, in a
Yeah.
bunch of different ways. Like, you could also probably just not even say a whole line and people won't even notice, as long as you don't draw
Yeah.
attention to it.
Yeah.
But that's something I'm learning more and more too. Like, just even in life, where as long as you just don't call yourself out, people don't notice or care or even know what you're.
Hmm.
As long as you're of that whatever perfectionist mindset. But
For forgetting lyrics, I'm not like with the band. I won't like. I'll just keep rolling.
yeah,
But if I'm doing something solo, what I usually do is just like I keep the music going, and then I acknowledge that like I forgot the word. Uh, and then by the time we're back around, I just go and it's fine.
yeah. Well, most of the time it's just I flip the verses or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's a
and
classic.
or yeah, or
And then as you're singing the verse, you're like, is this gonna work? Like if I
yeah.
do the next one, is that gonna line up, or is there something different that I'm?
Well, and it's
Yeah,
just even like that's the same thing. Like nobody will notice, even if I sing the same verse 3 times, nobody will ever
yeah,
notice.
yeah.
Or well, it depends what the song is, but um, yeah. But there were even times like just being in my head about things. It's as I was saying, it's just crazy if you just turn off. Like there was one time where I tried to control it so much where I just could not remember the words to this song. And so this took me a while. I printed it out extremely small and I had it on the microphone. And so as it's close up to your face, it looks big. Um, Obviously, but I had it like whatever the top line is bigger and then it goes down almost like
Hmm.
reverse Star Wars so that you can it looks normal. And
That's
then I
funny.
didn't we played that song and I guess just because I'm like I'm not going to forget the words cuz I have them. I didn't look at it the whole time and I didn't
Oh,
forget it.
interesting. Yeah,
It's just like placebo where you're like I'm not worried about forgetting the words, so I didn't.
yeah. The
Sounds
writing, the
ridiculous.
writing in different
Yeah.
font too, so it's like
Yeah.
creating the optical illusion for
Yeah.
yourself that it's the same.
I've done tons of stuff like that though, and then I like you try to hide it too, because then it feels like I'm a psycho writing words, and it's like it's
Yeah,
not that big a deal, man. We're playing at Tap House,
yeah,
and nobody will notice anywhere. We're playing
yeah,
some like deep cut Black Keys song. Nobody knows what this song is.
yeah.
Yeah,
I guess that's one of those things where like, because I can think that or try telling myself that, but at the end of the day, it's like, but I fucking know.
yeah,
I want to do it because I want to do it.
yeah,
You know.
and that's why I do those
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
It's because it's almost like I'm always in nightmare mode when we're playing, where
Jeez.
that sounds terrible, but it's because
Next time we're on stage, it's like, yo, you okay, brother? He's like, I'm seeing
nightmare,
demons.
nightmare. But it's because I care about it so much, where it's like
Yeah,
the dreams where whatever you're serving tables and you don't have pants on and everybody's laughing
yeah,
at you, and then you're actually there. And then you're like, yeah, I'm singing the verse right now, and I'm trying to think of what the chorus is after this, and I cannot remember. And then, yeah, it's just about being
hmm,
comfortable, and yeah, just the more you care, the worse it's gonna be. The
yeah, yeah. I think you just like you let go. If you're in that exact position, you're just like, okay, well, I don't know the chorus, I don't know this part, and you're just like, make peace with it. And then you get to that section, you're like, I don't know what the hell's going on, and someone will know it, and they'll remind you, and then you'll go.
yeah,
Or you make peace with it, and then it comes to you because now you're not
yeah,
stressing about it.
it's
Yeah,
like the clenching
yeah,
anticipation.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, well, it's like with anything. I don't know, like
yeah,
driving or whatever. Like if I'm like
yeah. If you're like,
white
yeah,
knuckling,
try
and
thinking
then you
about
will
driving.
crash your
Yeah,
car.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just because you don't think that that would be possible. Where it's like when you're driving and you get home and you didn't even you're like, oh, I wasn't even thinking that I was driving that whole time. But
Hmm.
then you can just do that with all of the words to a song and it just comes out of your mouth.
Hmm.
But I don't know.
And then you'll still like, uh, yeah, this happens quite a bit for me. I'll be like in the zone in that way.
In
Ha.
the zone.
Where like yeah, I'm just like not thinking about it. I'm just going, and then as soon as I think about it, it's like now I lost it. Like now I like
Yeah.
you just like a split second of like you like come into consciousness, and then you like
Yeah.
miss a strum or you miss like something like tiny, but it's like oh now we're back.
Yeah. That's what I even wanted to ask you. Like, what does in the zone even mean to you? Like,
Mm.
obviously it's, you know, a phrase and
Yeah.
is related to music also can be, but like
I guess that is what it is. It's like the state of like no mind, no thoughts. Where you kind of
yeah,
just you're just in it.
it's just weird to me where like then that almost feels like I'm not even part of it.
Yeah, and I actually think I don't know. It's like a balance. I feel like where I enjoy music the most is
Yeah.
not quite actually in the zone, because you
Yeah.
want to like be in it. You want to
Mhm.
like you just said, like be a part of it, be engaged, and like make some type of conscious choices as you're going
Yeah.
through it.
But I guess it's like not being worried about what the
Yeah,
choices are and it goes and it comes.
yeah,
But yeah, or like yeah, whatever, like flow state.
yeah,
But
yeah. And I guess that is what, 'cause, yeah. In flow state, you're still conscious. Like it's not like you just like black out. Like, whoa, what the fuck just
yeah.
happened? It's like you're still there, but there's like it's like the easy parts are on autopilot, and then the more like higher faculty things you're making decisions on, like that's you're still there
Yeah.
for that.
Well, I guess just like decisiveness too, where
Yeah,
I'm gonna make this call. I don't know if it's the right call, but it doesn't really matter.
yeah,
Or the next time that comes around, I'll have learned from the first time.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like everything, all the struggles I have with music can be applied to life too, where it's just like it's not that deep. Nobody really
Yeah,
cares. Or this part is what people really care about, and you have to compartmentalize.
that's funny. Yeah, as long as the chorus slaps, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, really. Or
Yeah,
there's the verse can be whatever, and then there's a drop before the chorus, and then that's all people are listening
yeah,
for.
yeah. That's funny. So, what's the chorus in life?
I don't like in the course of a day or just all of life. Like
All of life.
I don't know, because maybe in the maybe in the day, whatever. Like I feel like the verse is where you got to get things done. The at least from lyrical standpoint, like that's where the content
That's funny. Yeah,
is.
the verse is like the hard work.
Yeah, that's work, and
The
then the
chorus
chorus
just
is
happens.
yeah,
The chorus is just it's always there. You just gotta find it.
and yeah. Although I don't know, because even I was thinking about this too. It's weird how music is structured, like now, especially if because the verse chorus, whatever, verse chorus bridge is relatively a new thing
Hmm.
or contemporary, but it's just it's just weird how those kinds of things are so ingrained into people that you
I
don't
was
even know what the chorus is, but you're like, ah, this is the
Yeah,
part.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 4-year-old gets that this is the good part, and
Yeah.
every song has a good part, and it kind of happens at the same spot.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm reading this book right now, How Music Works by David Byrne, the Talking Heads guy.
Yeah.
Very good. Um, and he mentioned that it was like part of that is because of like when recording started, they have to like make songs shorter.
Yeah.
It's like songs would be like 30 minutes long, whatever, and you'd have like 12 verses. Like people just keep going verses because we got nothing else to fucking do right now. We're
Yeah.
just gonna keep like, and then once they had to press it, then it became we had to get this down to like 4 minutes, whatever.
Right. Well, I guess the point of it too is like there is that kind of music, but there's also other kinds of music where it's even like whatever Bohemian Rhapsody, it's different sections and they never repeat each other
Yeah.
and then or repeat themselves and or classical music where you can listen to 15 minutes of something that's just it's just crazy how, because now that verse chorus is such a, like, that is what it is now. It feels like, how could it have not been like that before, where you're just like,
Right.
oh, these are a bunch of sounds, that was
Right.
cool.
Right.
And then I don't know. I mean, I guess also whatever, in classical music there's still riffs and
Yeah.
motifs that,
Refrain.
yeah, and you need to have something to latch onto, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's just a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah.
But
And even in just like a like drumming, if there like a drum circle, like you ever hit a drum circle?
no, I haven't.
It's a good time. Uh, I only like I got into like obviously at Folk Fest, but there was one night, this was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago maybe, that I really like I got it, and I was just drumming on Pope's Hill for like 5 hours, like from midnight to 5 in the morning. Just I don't even think I was high. I think I had like I think I was like
You're in the
I think I
zone.
was pretty hammered, but I was in the zone for sure.
Maybe that's what it is like the clicking point where you get it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And yeah, and nothing apart from this drum circle matters to me at this moment.
yeah,
Like nothing.
or
I'm
like,
just
yeah, even like meditation, I guess,
yeah.
where it's, yeah, damn.
Yeah, I guess that really is all it yeah, what it is. Just like being so absorbed in a task that like your
Yeah,
mind isn't going elsewhere and doing whatever. Like
it's funny just even actively trying to think about what these things mean. Like, you just say a bunch of stuff in the day and it's like, do I actually even know what that means abstractly, or
yeah.
I always think about that, where it's like, am I even a person, or am I just saying stuff people have said to me before, and it's all just robot muscle
Right.
memory, and I don't
These
know.
are facts. These are figures.
I find myself getting more and more existential with stuff like that, where I'm like, what
Mhm.
is the point of doing anything if I'm not actively in it? But then also, then I'm worrying about it too much, and I shouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, like thinking about I've like wasted an insane amount of time just like thinking about like, oh, is this what I should be doing right now? Is this what I should be doing? Should I
Yeah.
do this on this day instead of this? And it's just like fucking do something and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like get good at something, you know. Just do something.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter what you do as long as you do
Yeah.
something. And then if you don't like it, then stop doing that and do something else.
Yeah.
And then I feel like everything does work itself out, but it's just hard placing trust in the universe when
Yeah.
also so much crazy shit happens, but you just have no control over what'll happen. And but again, like, then is any of this real if it's just happening and I don't have control over any of it? Or or
Or maybe that's all real and it's you who's not real.
yeah. And if I did have control, do I only have the illusion that I have control and it's just happening and I feel like I'm in control?
I think that happens more often than we like to admit, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like whatever they say, billionaires, unless, yeah, it's either you inherited it, or basically I was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I had a great idea, but it happened not to fail, because there were,
Yeah.
for every
And also, where
whatever.
do ideas come from?
Yeah.
Was that your idea, or is
Well, yeah,
that
you
like,
saw somebody else do it and you did
yeah,
it in a slightly different way.
yeah,
And then music is weird in that way, where I feel like constantly it's like, well, that song would be really cool if I just changed this slightly, but then it looks like I just ripped off this song.
yeah,
But that's what everybody else does with everything else.
yeah? Gotta change it enough that it's not. 'Cause I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
There, I think as long as you can play the song that you wrote and not be reminded of the other song yourself,
Yeah.
then you're good.
But I don't even know, like, if I were to do that, is it just because I'm so numb to the song now that I don't think of that? And somebody that has never heard it before would be like, oh, that's that Kings of Leon song. Or,
Mm. I think you trust that it's good, and then if it's like more than two people say, "Oh, that reminds you of this song,"
yeah,
then you can
yeah.
be like, "Okay, maybe we should change this or that." But
It's just hard to even, like test the water with people's opinions without being like, okay, I released it on Spotify. And then, I mean, I guess you can like workshop it and stuff, but I
if I'm
don't
worried about
know.
that, I'll just record a quick demo and I'll send it to someone who I know knows that song, and I'll just be like, "Does this song remind you of another?" Like,
Yeah.
don't say the name, but like, "Does this remind you of anything?" And then if they're struggling, then you're good, probably.
I just have trouble trusting people with that stuff, even because I've done it so many times where I'm like, this song that I just heard sounds exactly like this other song, and I hear it immediately, and then I'll show somebody, and they're like, no, not at all, completely different. Like,
Right.
but I learned them both. They are the same thing. Like, this is the same part. This
Yeah.
must be stolen.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Hmm.
and even like, I don't know. Is the best way to become famous just massively rip something off and know that it'll be massive, and then people just know you now, so they'll listen to your other stuff?
Probably, yeah.
Because even like, um,
Or like, I think you gotta rip something off that everyone knows, but then do it in a unique way that like
yeah,
defines what you're doing.
like even I was just talking about this the other day, but whatever it is, "Stay with Me" by Sam Smith
Hmm.
is just that Tom Petty song.
Oh, won't back down. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, and when you hear that, you're like,
And
yeah,
he
that is the same
did,
thing.
I think
But
Tom Petty, because they sued him, right? The estate. And I think they won.
I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. So at that point, it's like, yeah, he'll have to give the money back for that song. But
Hmm.
then now everybody knows who he is, and he'll buy the rest of his stuff, and it doesn't even matter.
Right.
So do you just do it as a way to get your foot in the door?
I guess it also depends. Like, I wouldn't do it just because I
Yeah.
have more like respect for the art. Like, for my own art. Like, I'm not just gonna do
Yeah.
something that someone's already done
Mm-hmm.
clearly and then just be like, "Huh, this is my thing." Like, uh, if I'm taking like a song as inspiration, it's like one aspect of it, and I try to like mangle it enough that like now
Yeah.
it's its own thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to contribute something.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's the goal, I guess.
But that
But
suing shit is pretty trippy
yeah,
because I think most of the time it's not warranted.
like the Marvin Gaye thing, the Ed
Yeah, that
Sheeran.
was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Well, yeah. And I guess it depends what element is taken, I guess, because if it's a chord progression, obviously it's
Yeah,
like yes, but also
there's only
all the
these
other
many
famous songs
chords.
ever have that chord
Yeah,
progression.
yeah.
Um,
There are some. There was "Treasure" by Bruno Mars. You know what that one? There was like the song before it. I forget what it's called because Treasure did it better. But it's basically the same song. Like
yeah.
it was pretty egregious.
Well, and that's just even an element of it too. Like, what even matters? Like, does the song
It's
matter,
true.
or it's just because it's a Bruno Mars song, and it's like this could have been anything, but
Mm.
I'll listen to it because I like Bruno Mars.
I think I think in that instance, like he did write a better song,
Yeah,
and the vocal is better. The lyrics are stickier, but yeah, it's like where do you draw the line, right?
yeah, and it's because I guess no matter what you write, somewhere in the world there is that already. It's
Yeah,
just maybe not in the way you did it, but
yeah,
if you're always searching for, I guess, yeah, it's just confirmation bias where you're if you're looking for it, then you will find it. But if yeah, I guess obviously it's just if you listen to that song and be like, I'm gonna do that,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
That's
stealing.
not great. Yeah,
But
yeah,
it's just crazy how finite music is, but then how much different music there is.
yeah,
Like there's only 12 notes, but I if you if somebody from the 50s just woke up now, like this would be like nothing they've ever
yeah,
thought of
yeah,
or and it's just crazy to think what it will be too.
yeah.
And then
Microtones. We're getting there. We're getting there. Cause that makes
how does that even
it's is it one tone in between each one? I think
I
so.
think I mean I guess technically there's infinite that you could go down
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
but yeah. Well, I don't even know cuz how do they I haven't really dived super deep into this, but cuz I know whatever King Gizzard uses them,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like is it new chords like because they would
Yeah,
be different chord tone,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I played around with a guitar while I was in Turkey. Oh, what do they call it? I forget what they called it. But I bought because I lost my proper guitar on a bus. So then I was like, I went to the guitar store and I'm like, actually, they have these like crazy Turkish guitars with microtones. I'm like, maybe we buy one of these. So I bought one. It was like $100, something like that. And then within like a day and a half, the tuning pegs were fucked and they like wouldn't stay because it was like
Yeah,
wood on wood. It
yeah,
was like
like
the
those cheap ass
yeah,
ukuleles. Where,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah,
So at that point, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna return this and buy an actual guitar. But for one night there, I was sliding, and it was like it was really cool because it's like all these notes you never play and hear.
yeah.
Uh, and that how they did it there, it wasn't every tone; it was like half of them. So
Well,
you
I
had
guess,
you had
yeah,
every semitone, and then half of the microtones that would be in between each one were there, half of them were out. So it was like kind of limits your scale possibilities in a good way for me at least.
right, yeah. Because yeah,
But
then it would like completely change. Because whatever, if the only difference between a major chord and a minor chord is the third, then you could have like a
vagina.
or like yeah, I don't even know because then I guess it just depends on what the sound is. But
I think most of the time they sound icky
yeah, but is
because
it just
like
because we're not used to them,
well,
or
but it is mathematical too.
yeah,
It's
like the
like the perfect
the
fifth is
waveforms, yeah,
perfect. It's like exactly whatever,
yeah,
like half the shit. I don't know exactly, but you know,
half the wavelength
yeah.
of the yeah.
Well, half is an octave, so I don't know where
I
the
think
fifth. The fifth is like exactly between the octave, but
yeah, and then yeah, because even I've been trying to do some ear training and stuff too, and it's weird how if you pay attention to it, it's like, oh, this minor third sounds really bad. Like this sounds super dissonant, and I feel like you couldn't even ever use this in music. And it's like, well, that's half of all of it.
yeah,
And like if you just hear the two notes, like two sine waves rubbing against each other, it's like this sounds
just like
awful.
the root and the
But
minor third, and
yeah.
you're just like, yeah, what the fuck? This makes me want to not be here right now.
But I guess it's just in the context of the chords.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it just sounds good because, well, I guess also that's the whole point of the chord is then it's not that you're sitting on this ugly interval, it's that
Hmm.
then you resolve it to a consonant interval. But
Distortion is interesting because it like brings that out. Hey? Like when you
yeah,
have those weird, it like makes it like way more distorted. It's like, wow,
yeah.
what the fuck?
well, and even bass where it makes such a difference that it's just an octave lower. But if I play a minor third interval on bass, it's like this is ear piercing.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, or even like, because it just has a specific sound. Like when we were playing Peach Pit, like those major sevenths, I think,
Yeah.
that are in that. Like it sounds like that. It's like if I was just playing that, I'd be like, I don't know what this is. I'm not going to use this in a song. But then it's just part of a song, and you're like, that's that thing from that song.
Yeah. So I say we get weirder. We get more ear piercing with the microtones.
Yeah.
There's only 12. Let's see. Recorded music has been around for like 120 years, something like that, 130. And we're rapidly approaching the point of no return where everything has been made.
Yeah. That's even what I meant earlier, though.
Yeah.
Like, does it always feel like that? And then it's like, oh,
But
now
there's always
now
something
there's the
else
next
still. Yeah.
hip hop where it's completely different.
You
Well, it's
know
not
what?
that it's
It's
completely
almost
different.
like paintings. Like there's only so many colors,
Yeah.
but motherfuckers aren't running out of paintings.
Yeah.
Like there's always
That
gonna be
is true.
paintings.
Yeah. That is a good
Yeah.
analogy. But it's, yeah, it's like I'm going to paint this tree and be as realistic as I can. And then Picasso is just like a bunch of squares. You're
Yeah.
like, what the hell is this? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just, yeah. I mean, I guess that's what art is just
Yeah.
recontextualizing things and looking at
Yeah.
it from a different perspective.
Yeah. Because paintings of trees are not going anywhere. People are still
Yeah.
gonna be painting trees, and it's like, oh, painting of a tree. I've seen a million, but this is a new one, and it's pretty.
And that also almost taps into like AI too, I feel like, where I just thought of this, but it's almost like because everybody's like, this is the death of music
Hmm.
because now a computer can just make it 10 times better than you can. But it's almost like I could paint a tree, but I could also take a picture of a tree. But then as soon as pictures come into it, I'm like, I have to think of this in a different way. And it, you know what I mean?
N- Not exactly, but
Like, I mean, everybody's like, music is over now. And it'd almost be like, well, we don't need to do paintings anymore because I can just take a picture of it.
oh yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like now it almost gives me an excuse to, I can do stuff in a completely different way because a computer couldn't do this.
yeah,
It like, I feel like almost it'll bring the humanity out in our art even more.
yeah. I think it's gonna be like a period where art is devalued, and it's
Yeah.
like already happening. Art's gonna get super devalued because oh AI can do it. This is good, and then eventually people are gonna come around and be like, actually, AI can't do shit as good. Like
Yeah.
for art, you know, and that's the whole point. And then
Yeah.
it'll we'll come back to
It'll just
human.
change the way we do stuff,
Yeah,
but I don't think it'll be, maybe as we know it, it'll be the end of music, but I don't know. Same thing with whatever. Anytime
yeah. I
there's
think it'll be
been,
like it'll be used as like a tool,
yeah,
but the human is making the final call. If it's like a entirely AI generated song, it's trash. I'll use AI for like I feel like it has maybe I'm trying to remember now if it's actually ever provided anything that made it into a song.
I feel the same way. Like it's like, yeah,
But
that's a bunch of sounds, but
yeah.
and there's also like,
I'll go to it for like lyrics and stuff for like
yeah,
if I have like an idea or I'll like feed in all my lyrics that I have and then I'll be like where can I take this? And then it might give me like something to chew on but like
yeah. Well,
nothing that's really
and I guess that's just all the artistry is just the decision point where you're
yeah.
curating things. Were you talking about that also? When I'm trying not to like completely steal what other people were saying when I was watching this. And it's like,
Good.
yeah, I heard somebody talk about this.
Uh,
But that's almost what I feel like I am doing when I'm writing is just like this part is cool with that part that's not in that song. And I'm just curating things into one song
right.
rather than like, because I feel like when I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm going to write a song and I'm like trying to reinvent the wheel and I'm like, okay, it has to have this, and like, this sounds like nothing.
Yeah, I think
But
the start of the song has to be vibes.
yeah, it has to come from some
Yeah.
seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not just your brain being like, I want to craft this in this way.
Yeah.
Like,
That's maybe more what I meant when I meant the idea has to be fully formed. Like
oh yeah,
the
yeah,
seed has to be there.
yeah.
Because if I'm just like these three words, well, I don't know. Because then, yeah, the three words could be the seed.
But I think the song starts with the music.
Yeah.
Like, the first thing you have that makes it into the song might be the lyric, but I think like the song doesn't actually start getting written until you have the music, and then you go back and
Yeah.
you add in the thing.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like that's just another thing that I struggle with. I know that this whole time we've been talking is just me listing what I'm struggling with, but if um damn, I lost my train of thought.
You
Anyway,
good, you good.
I build stuff up too much, and then
Yeah. I have a revolutionary concept to share. What was it? No, just kidding.
it was gone. It's gone now,
Yeah.
but that would have changed everything. Damn. Yeah. I don't know. Art is crazy,
Yeah, art is crazy.
but yeah.
I think like uh so we're talking about like taking ideas from other songs. It's like Wasting Away came from Don't Look Back in Anger.
Mm-hmm.
I think once you know that, you can like listen to the two and be like, I get it, kind of.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, yeah, sort of,
Yeah.
but I would never mistake it
Yeah,
for,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Because it was more like, it wasn't like the melody that I was taking or the chord progression. It was literally just like the feeling.
Yeah,
I
the
was like,
vibe.
I want this
Yeah.
to hit like this song. And then that was, I feel like I broke this down on another pod too, but there was like making the chords for that song, that was very like scientific. It was very like,
Mm-hmm.
because there was like a specific mood that is created by the chords in Don't Look Back in Anger, but I
Yeah.
can't just copy the chords. So I'm like, how do I fucking hit it in that way
Mm-hmm.
without actually copying it? And then it was fun. It took me like a few days, but once I like kind of landed on it, I'm like, yeah, like it felt like there was a solution that was out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I like arrived at the solution, which was really cool.
Right. When I guess there are probably other ways that you could have done it that would achieve the same thing, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I guess all you have to do is just find one of them, and then
Mm-hmm. And it can always change, like, because there was the like you added a chord accidentally when you moved to the A minor on the chorus,
yeah.
and I was like, sick, we'll do that. Like that sounds good.
Was that was from me?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Well, it
that.
was like I had tried that before. Like did have the idea before that, oh, you could hit the 4 chord song progression this one time.
Yeah.
But then playing it acoustic, it felt not right. And then hearing you hit the bass note there, I was like, nah, yeah, we'll do that. That's good. And then we added, it ended up being like the because it only happens once, right? So it's like so
Mm-hmm.
hard to remember. We miss it. One of us misses it half the
Yeah.
time, but but it works. When we hit it, it works really well.
Yeah. Well, and the bass changes it so much. All of it does.
Yeah,
Like, that's why it's hard for me to. If you don't have the whole idea, it's hard to just be like, I have some words and some chords, and I'm like, this doesn't sound like anything though, until I have the full song, and it's like this one tiny thing, like that little thing that happens in the lead line. It's like that now it feels like something I would
yeah,
remember.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It is really funny how like the tiniest thing can just like completely bring a song together.
yeah, and I don't know if it's just whatever counterpoint or I just because it also just matters what inversion you have the chord in
Yeah,
or whatever, or yeah, what note you're singing. Like you can get so fine with how you write it, but then again, that's like then I'm not in flow state. I'm
yeah.
thinking about it too much, and then it's my ears are too used to it now, and I don't know if this is good or not. And then you're in your head, and then
I always find the best things, often like the best elements I'll put in a song, are whatever happened the first time I tried
yeah,
putting something in.
or even like the first time, like I'll have an idea and I record it, and then I'll go back and re-record it, and I'm like, this is the exact same thing, but the first one is
Yeah,
10 times better,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
it's the same thing though.
yeah.
Um, but it's just being in your head, I guess. And that now I know what that needs to be, and then it will never be that thing.
Right, because yeah, because like before, as you're doing it, you're entering in the void,
Yeah,
and you're creating something from nothing, and it's like that initial thing that you latch on to is like often like I think once you're good at it, because it took me a while to get good at like writing, you know. But like once you're like used to like venturing out into the void, then what you find there is usually pretty cool.
yeah,
And you'll find better stuff there than in your head.
yeah. Well, it's just weird because it is in your head, but it's yeah. I guess it's just you're not super critical about it,
Yeah.
and it's just finding the balance where I don't care, but also I do, sort of,
Mm-hmm.
and so that it's of a certain.
That's one thing I think you just have to not care at all while you're writing, and then
Yeah,
like
and then
save the
edit.
caring for later. Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's like while you're like coming out with something, like
yeah,
you don't just write one line and then you're like, okay, now we have a line. Now, do I like this line? Do I not like this line? Like,
yeah.
you just keep going, 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 and then
That's like the Hemingway thing or whatever, where write drunk, edit sober.
oh yeah,
Or even it's the same thing as the AI, where the AI can think of all the abstract stuff and then you just filter it through your own mind. But it's like, I didn't write this, but I also did because I put the AI into motion.
right.
I don't know.
Hemingway also did something that I've never. I feel like it's harder with songs, but what he would do is write every morning, and once he got to a point where he was really sure what was going to happen next, he would stop writing. So he would never
Right.
reach the block. So like he knows what's happening next. He knows like in his head these are going to be the next 2 pages, and then he stops writing, sleeps on it, wakes up the next day, reads everything he's already written, continues, and then it's like easier to like enter the flow because you know where you're going immediately,
Yeah.
and then once you're there, you just keep going. So it's like you never like burn out or you never like
Right.
reach the block.
Hmm.
But I think for songs, it's more like if you know where you're going, you better get that shit down.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a little more
Yeah.
abstract in that way, where like if you know where you're going, you gotta write it down. Otherwise, you might just forget it because it's not as like
Yeah.
tangible in some way.
Well, and it kind of does need to click. Like, it does need to be predictable in a certain way, but I guess also the goal is to do it in an unpredictable way. But, like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not writing jazz or whatever where I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to, like, have these crazy chord changes and people are just, like, getting their faces melted off with, like,
Yeah.
but because fundamentally I do just want to write whatever catchy pop music,
Yeah.
whether it's from a rock kind of standpoint, but like, um, but yeah, it like verse chorus where you kind of need to follow that, but also there are massive songs that don't, but you kind of need to follow it. Um,
Mm. You have a song you want to play? Do you have anything in the tuck?
uh, not that I really prepared.
Okay, you're good. If you don't. No, that's cool. No, don't play. Don't play.
One day I'll come back. I'll come back on
Or,
here
or
after you've had Alec for a second time. I'll come
yeah.
back on here. I'll have something.
Or
um.
well, I think we'll leave it there. Though you have October 11th, was it?
Yes, if that is the Saturday. Pretty sure. Yes, October 11th
At
at Tap House.
okay, sick.
I don't know who the other band is yet, but figure that out. Um, and then yeah, I'm playing with you guys on September 4th and
Halloween Day.
Halloween Day. I gotta figure my costume out still. Uh, the last couple of years I haven't done anything, and I love Halloween, but it's just been that was actually when I was in Nashville last year.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I'll have to figure something out.
Mm. You don't want to do Sexy Black Cat?
I would. If
That was funny. I didn't peg you as being down to do it.
I'm down with anything, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's obviously I don't know. It's tongue in cheek. It
Yeah.
would be funny if
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
super serious Black Cat, then maybe not so much.
Yeah.
And if we're all doing Black Cat, then it's even easier.
Oh, okay. You know what? If we can, that would go crazy actually. Because I feel like if you're down and Shelby's down, we actually could get Alec.
Yeah.
Oh, sexy black cats.
And then what does that entail?
Well, I was thinking leather pants.
Ah.
Shelby's got like a mesh shirt that I guess he would wear. But we could all get some type of
Yeah. As long as it falls under sexy Black Cat, just improvise.
Yeah.
Or now
yeah, I like that. Yeah, we can kind of all go our own way with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, all black.
I'm fascinated to see what Alec comes up with.
Cat,
if he's reluctant.
his
Yeah.
girlfriend, will absolutely lace him up.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I will. I'll look at. It's all gonna be women though, but I'll look up sexy Black Cat, see what
No,
I can find.
I did that already,
Yeah.
and yeah, the men results were not it.
Oh, I can imagine, and
Googling it did not help me in the slightest. I'm like, well, I can't pull any of what these girls are wearing off, and these dudes are going so much further than I
Yeah.
want to.
we'll be above whatever club happenings or whatever though. You can just go underneath.
Oh, true,
After
true,
that.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm not gonna be wearing like a gimp suit, but
yeah. I mean, yeah, you keep it dope black, but like lean into gay.
Yeah,
And then
but
you
there's a balance.
yeah,
Definitely.
for sure balance. And then yeah, like the cat ears, and I'll hit some makeup just a little bit, like you gotta get the
True,
eye,
yeah.
you gotta get the eye and whatever.
Yeah, I guess you could do the whiskers and the
True.
nose.
Yeah.
And the ears. All right.
All right, I'm
there's something
hyped.
to
I'm
start
hyped.
from.
I'm hyped. We're doing it. Sexy black cats all around.
Oh man. All right.
All right. Anything else you want to say to the people?
That's it. That's the one. The October 11th, and yeah.
Sick. Cheers.
Cheers,
Thanks for coming,
man.
brother.
Thanks for having me on. It's fun.
Sure.